With the cost of living crisis that we're going through at the moment, you might be looking for ways to save on your monthly bills. The big issue with broadband is, broadband providers have a nasty habit of hiking prices mid-contract. If this has happened to you, you're probably looking for ways to fight back and save some money on your broadband bill. In this video, we've explained 7 steps you can take to get online at home without spending a fortune. If you're on benefits, you could be entitled to access special tariffs for those that struggle to pay full price for broadband. Depending on whether you get universal credit, pension credit, or a job seeker's allowance, you could be able to get broadband for £10 to £15 per month with certain providers. BT, Virgin Media, Vodafone, Kcom and Sky are some of the providers that offer social tariffs at the moment. When you sign up for a social tariff, you'll need to prove your eligibility, and the provider will check in every so often to make sure that you're still on benefits. With these social tariffs, you can normally get download speeds of 30 to 70 megabits per second, which is plenty for most families. Ultra-fast download speeds aren't available, but given what you're paying, the download speeds on these plans are overall quite good. TV add-ons are a big money maker for broadband providers. If you're looking to save some cash, don't enter a contract for a broadband and TV deal. Instead, buy broadband and find a cheaper, more flexible way of watching the TV shows you want to see. For example, if you're just interested in the later stages of the Champions League, you could just subscribe to BT Sport for a month or two. No matter which broadband provider you use, you can subscribe to BT Sport on a month-to-month basis on their website. And the same is true of Sky Sports on the Now TV website. You don't need cable TV in most cases these days, which is why we recommend avoiding it if you want to save money. On a similar note, it's best to avoid committing to a landline phone plan if you want to save money on broadband. You could also consider just using your mobile phone to get in touch and ditching your home phone entirely. Broadband providers make their money on long-term customers, especially those that are out of contract. Often, you can save a heap of money by switching to a different broadband provider. This is because broadband providers have special offers for new customers, which you can take advantage of. And you'll save even more money if you're switching from an expensive provider to a cheaper one. But which broadband providers are the cheapest? As a rule of thumb, the cheapest broadband providers are the more basic ones, like Now Broadband and PlusNet. Vodafone also have quite competitive prices on their basic broadband deals at the moment. To learn more about different providers and their plans, and which are the best value for money at the moment, read our Broadband Deals Guide, which we've linked to in the description. A few years back, we did some research which showed that 31% of British households pay too much for broadband. We found that people were paying for more bandwidth than they needed, based on the number of people at home and how they were using the internet. To save some money, you might be able to downgrade to a slower plan without noticing that much of a difference in how your broadband performs. To find out if you could make do with a slower download speed, you can use our Internet Speed Needs calculator, which we've linked to in the description. You can also save money by using 4G or 5G to get online, rather than fibre broadband. With these solutions, you'll connect to the internet using the mobile network, just like your mobile phone, rather than your landline. The downside to doing this is your latency will be a bit higher, meaning if you play online games, you'll lag a bit more. However, using 4G or 5G can save you a lot of money in 2 different ways. Firstly, if you're paying for fast fibre broadband at the moment, with speeds of 100 megabits per second or more, chances are you could get the same or higher speeds for a lower monthly cost using 5G broadband. Secondly, 4G broadband gives you the option of using a mobile Wi-Fi or MiFi device to get online. These are cheap, simple bits of kit that make it really easy to get online, as long as you only need to connect a few devices and don't need super fast download speeds on a consistent basis. Plus, with MiFi, you can buy data plans that have a data limit if you don't use the internet much, which will be much cheaper than buying an unlimited data broadband deal. To learn more about getting online with 4G or 5G, you can read our reviews of 4G and 5G routers and MiFi devices linked in the description. This trick probably won't cut your bill in half, but it's important to be aware of if you're looking to save as much money on broadband as possible. The best way to save money with bundling is with your mobile phone and broadband bill. For example, if you're a pay monthly Vodafone customer, they'll give you a discount if you sign up for Vodafone broadband. BT and Virgin Media offer a similar thing, except if you sign up for a broadband deal, you can buy a SIM card for a cheaper price than it would otherwise cost you. Also, with Shell Energy Broadband, you can get discounts on your energy bill if you're a broadband customer. If you're currently in a broadband contract, it might be difficult to use some of these tips until the agreement expires and you're free to change provider. If you're struggling to afford your current broadband deal, it's a good idea to ring your provider and ask for help. This is especially true if you qualify for a social tariff. In this case, your provider can help you switch. The best way to save money on broadband when you're in contract is to get rid of any add-ons that you're not committed to. For example, you can often remove a landline phone or TV add-on mid-contract, especially if you don't have a TV box. Other than that, set a reminder for when your contract expires, and when the time comes, switch to a different provider to avoid your monthly cost increasing significantly. If you have any questions about saving money on broadband, tell us a bit about your situation in the comments below, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.